Okay, so. Oh man, this cardboard feels fresh. Let's see. Setup guide. I will set that to the side. Ooh, a template for the different models. Let's see. Safety information. The user's manual. Honestly, I'm not sure if you've ever. This may sound really weird to someone who doesn't know this, but there are actually the old computer things like this actually have a very distinctive smell, and it smells amazing. I'm not even like, I'm not even like, talking about the dock itself yet. I'm just, I mean, I haven't like smelled it up close or anything, and I'm already getting some whiffs. And here we are. Nothing else in the box. Ooh. And that is for the that's what the template is saying. So for smaller computers, you need to do that to get them to fit, and for larger computers like my T42P, this is the position this little top part needs to be in. And yeah. This is so cool. And here's a mounting guide. Interesting, it looks like the A30 also requires it to be here, not up here like the T40 series. Oh, it must be the 30 series that requires that. But anyway. So I have a power adapter and my T42P here, and I will, let me just get all set up. But before I get all set up, I forgot the most important thing: the ports on the back, because this is a port replicator after all. So, modem and Ethernet, VGA, DVI, a single USB 2.0 port, audio. I believe this is yes, line in, line out, power, which actually the fancier versions of this, the Dock 2 and the Mini Dock 2, I think, have like more beefy power supplies because they need them. Serial, parallel, and a proprietary floppy port, as well as PS2 mouse and keyboard. And let me just get some better lighting, but what sort of unboxing video would this be? if I didn't take off the plastic. That is very satisfying to take off. Anyway, let's get on with it. Okay, so I have power and VGA hooked up, and if you'll notice, there are arrows right here, and that's because that actually acts as a docking guide for the a guide for the docking port. I think, yeah. So as you can see, it is now docked, and the battery indicator on the computer is lit up. And I will change positions because this is getting quite cramped. And so here it is all set up. I temporarily moved my P53 because I just couldn't get a good angle for all of that stuff. But anyway, so let's power this on. And chances are I'll have to that is giving an out of range error, which means that likely I'll need to set something up elsewhere. Or maybe just didn't like what the computer was giving it before the login screen, because now, as you can see, it's displaying the login screen just fine. And of course, Windows Update is here. So I guess I'll come back when Windows Update completes. This isn't finished yet, but this is precisely the reason why I want to put an SSD in this thing, because I imagine things like update operations, even though there aren't really update operations for Windows 7 anymore. This is just some old like stuff that is catching up on, I guess, but update operations and things of that nature, and just in general, will take a lot less time, which will be very nice. Oh, there. Oh. Now it's going to reboot again. I will be back when it's at the login screen again. And here we are at the login screen. And this also allows me to demonstrate the Fingerprint Reader. Honestly, I think Fingerprint Readers are so cool, and it's awesome that I can just, like, swipe my finger and have it sign me in. I do the same thing on my P53, but not my T530, because even though my T530 has a Fingerprint Reader, under Linux, from what I can tell, if you wanted it to give you the ability to sign in with the fingerprint at the login screen, you also have to scan your fingerprint at the terminal whenever you want, to like perform an action with sudo in the terminal. And I'm still on the fence about that. I might do it just because it is really cool, but I'm still rather undecided. Oh, I guess that was the update that it had. Oh yeah, and I also plugged in the speaker's soundbar. But I guess it added Microsoft Edge. Which, I'll just unpin that. or not. Do not remind me again. This computer, I don't think this computer can even run Windows 10. I mean, it might, depending on how Windows 10 treats the PAE stuff, but I'm pretty sure it can't. Also, it needs the NX bit to run Windows 10, which I'm pretty sure if this doesn't have PAE, if this Pentium M doesn't have PAE, then it doesn't have the NX bit. Pentium M's are weird. I'll just say that much. Pentium M's are really weird. Yeah. I might explain more in depth later, but oh look, Microsoft Edge. But yeah, that. No, thank you. Edge honestly isn't a bad browser. I just wish that Microsoft wouldn't force you to I wish that Microsoft wouldn't force it in your face like this. I mean, yeah, it's a good browser. I mean, look at this. It works decently well, and honestly, I don't mind Edge all that much. What I do mind, though, is how Microsoft sort of forces it in your face like they do. Yeah, I mean, I'd say it's lighter weight than Chrome, and Edge and Chrome are based on the same sort of. Yeah, Edge and Chrome are based on the same general basis of Chromium. Anyway, let's see. I want to extend. Identify, and I want display 2. Oh. Anyway. Keep changes. And then I want display 1 to be on the right side of display 2 because that's how it actually is. Apply. Okay. And yeah. Honestly, this looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I really like the way this looks. And actually, while I have this computer powered up, I actually have some business with this IBM floppy drive, which I'll just go ahead and throw this floppy in here. Chances are it's a Macintosh formatted floppy. But what I just need to do, and actually to show off the new display, or the display extension capabilities, I will do it on this, but essentially what I need to do, I mean, I'm not sure, this isn't a tutorial on how to format floppy, but no, not properties. I want to format. And I also created an MS-DOS start disk because I will actually need an MS-DOS start disk for a future project of mine, which you will be seeing a video about. in the not-too-distant future, I hope. And there we go. So yeah, that's it in Windows. And, yeah, actually, I can just... So then, I don't know how many times it will have the shield next to the, shutdown, option, but next up is, going to be Void Linux, which will be interesting, and I will spare you the shutdown process and stuff, so I'll be back in a minute. And we are back and at the grub menu. So I will choose to boot Void Linux. And as you can see, when it switches to, I'm not sure what the necessarily correct thing to call it is, but when it switches from just like the system console font, then it comes up on the external monitor. I'm not entirely sure why, but that's just the way it is, I guess. Actually, all of my computers are the same in that they generally, don't, well, all my ThinkPads are the same in that they generally don't display the BIOS and stuff on the external monitor. Either that or the BIOS is only displayed on the external monitor. But anyway, I will let you look at that screen while I type in my password. And then...
Greetings, Professor Vulcan.
And I actually, used eSpeak to, have it, say that, because I find that insanely amusing.
Shall we play a game?
But anyway, I'm most curious about how X will take to being displayed on an external monitor, because I've never tried that before. Interesting. So this is very literal, like, screen extension, like, it just sort of, like, extends the screens, so I can, you know, let me just bring up NeoFetch. And then that's interesting. But yeah, that's really cool, and that'll be really useful, actually. I wonder what, let's see. Let's see. I wonder what a screenshot would look like. Store. Ah, so it's seamless. That's really cool. And yeah, let me bring this over to the large monitor so you can see, but it lists the resolutions of both displays. Yeah. That's really interesting. But so yeah, that's basically all I wanted to show you, was just this really cool find. And yeah. And again, I will zoom in on this one because I don't want you to see my password. And yeah. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you for watching. This is really cool. Yeah, this is amazing. I still can't believe my luck at being able to get this. And I guess to close out, for those of you who've never seen a laptop ejected from a docking station, there. Yeah, so looks like, feels like the mechanism is a bit on the stiff side, but yeah. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.